Would you please try these slippers? Would you please try these slippers? Your grandfather is a singer. Your grandfather is a singer. They will be in a second. They will be in a second. Was your niece a nurse? Was your niece a nurse? I wasn't fit afterwards. I wasn't fit afterwards. Did they often get cold? Did they often get cold? I have to move to a new city. I have to move to a new city. Suggestion. Suggestion. Did he refuse? Did he refuse? We should have listened to the weather forecast. We should have listened to the weather forecast. We're going to watch a movie tonight. We're going to watch a movie tonight. He wishes to have known about the cancellation before arriving at the airport. He wishes to have known about the cancellation before arriving at the airport. You like playing tennis, right? You like playing tennis, right? I'm tired of this. I'm tired of this. The sun rises from the east. The sun rises from the east. Also take a look. Also take a look. I went to the hospital last Friday. I went to the hospital last Friday. Was her neighbor a dietitian? Was her neighbor a dietitian? This is blue. This is blue. His voice is higher than hers. His voice is higher than hers. I want to improve my English speaking skills. I want to improve my English speaking skills. Usually not a surgeon. Usually not a surgeon. His half-brother was a stylist. His half-brother was a stylist. He will graduate from university in June. He will graduate from university in June. He was fixing his car in the garage. He was fixing his car in the garage. Much more crowded. Much more crowded. Stay here with us in the small town. Stay here with us in the small town. We've never been involved before. We've never been involved before. Your half-brother's butler. Your half-brother's butler. Experience, isn't it? Experience, isn't it? I will be here to answer all your questions. I will be here to answer all your questions. His stepdaughter is an industrialist. His stepdaughter is an industrialist. A night to remember. A night to remember. He is so impatient. He is so impatient. Let me check. Let me check. After that bad breakup, she didn't want to date anyone for a while. After that bad breakup, she didn't want to date anyone for a while. Enjoy your meal. Enjoy your meal. Beneficiary. Beneficiary. You are never a glazier. You are never a glazier. Can you recommend a good toothpaste brand? Can you recommend a good toothpaste brand? Your relatives are the vice president. Your relatives are the vice president. Wants to stay here. Wants to stay here. The sun will rise at 6 a.m. tomorrow. The sun will rise at 6 a.m. tomorrow. Do you think what it is? Do you think what it is? Did I shout at sunrise? Did I shout at sunrise? The movie starts at sunset. The movie starts at sunset. He has never traveled alone. He has never traveled alone. You don't sing every day. You don't sing every day. Does it open after 1 minute? Does it open after 1 minute? His computer is faster than mine. His computer is faster than mine. He had a cold last week. He had a cold last week. He goes to the gym 3 times a week. He goes to the gym 3 times a week. Should I go to the undertaker now? Should I go to the undertaker now? Do you babysit often? Do you babysit often? He had his laptop repaired at the repair shop. He had his laptop repaired at the repair shop. He has already finished his homework. He has already finished his homework. This is a busy street. This is a busy street. He reads the newspaper every morning. He reads the newspaper every morning. We will have a meeting in the afternoon. We will have a meeting in the afternoon. Where can I get this? Where can I get this? He has been learning to swim for a while. He has been learning to swim for a while. How many people are in the restaurant? How many people are in the restaurant? He used to paint weekly. He used to paint weekly. He played the guitar at the concert. He played the guitar at the concert. Let me think. Let me think. I'll lend you my umbrella in case it rains. I'll lend you my umbrella in case it rains. Teachers will evaluate homework all weekend. Teachers will evaluate homework all weekend. He is a journalist and writes for a newspaper. He is a journalist and writes for a newspaper. After the review, we will discuss the next steps. After the review, we will discuss the next steps. I will go to the cinema tomorrow. I will go to the cinema tomorrow. He said to his friend, I'm going to a cooking class next month. He said to his friend, I'm going to a cooking class next month. After I finish my work, I can go home. After I finish my work, I can go home. See you after lunch. See you after lunch. Can we teach in the afternoon? Can we teach in the afternoon? They trained every day to win the competition. They trained every day to win the competition. Stepped. Stepped. We have lived in this city for 5 years. We have lived in this city for 5 years. He wishes to go back in time and apologize to someone he hurt. He wishes to go back in time and apologize to someone he hurt. And we're wondering what the character limit is for this field. And we're wondering what the character limit is for this field. I went to the hospital last Friday. I went to the hospital last Friday. Do you have gluten-free options for pasta? Do you have gluten-free options for pasta? Did not provide daily training. Did not provide daily training. Are his nephews financiers? Are his nephews financiers? I also want to suggest a different idea. I also want to suggest a different idea. Were they CEOs at 1 a.m. before? Were they CEOs at 1 a.m. before? He was not a night watchman back then. He was not a night watchman back then. 1 evening ago we were not interested. 1 evening ago we were not interested. Can look. Can look. Are you new here? Are you new here? We shouldn't make too much noise in the library. We shouldn't make too much noise in the library. They were free to leave the building after the fire alarm went wrong. They were free to leave the building after the fire alarm went wrong. He goes to the beach on vacation. He goes to the beach on vacation. My lottery ticket is lost. My lottery ticket is lost. I have some information about the new product. I have some information about the new product. Don't we feel sometimes? Don't we feel sometimes? Wasn't he normally challenged? Wasn't he normally challenged? I'm going on a trip next year. I'm going on a trip next year. He will be an architect in 2 nights. He will be an architect in 2 nights. But we are using the car. But we are using the car. May luck be on our side. May luck be on our side. She bought a new dress yesterday. She bought a new dress yesterday. I've been living in this city for 10 years, he said. I've been living in this city for 10 years, he said. Can it grow every month? Can it grow every month? We will close. We will close. You shouldn't collect every day. You shouldn't collect every day. I felt rejected. I felt rejected. Won't find it at sunset. Won't find it at sunset. How? Will often be the postman. Will often be the postman. We went canoeing on the lake and saw beautiful views. We went canoeing on the lake and saw beautiful views. You wouldn't dance occasionally. You wouldn't dance occasionally. Could this be the perfect opportunity for a career change? Could this be the perfect opportunity for a career change? Where can I find personal care products? Where can I find personal care products? Questionnaire. Questionnaire. Shouldn't it be rarely protected? Shouldn't it be rarely protected? 1. I'm going to the gym. 1. I'm going to the gym. The children will then play in the park. The children will then play in the park. His brother-in-law is a pipe-layer. His brother-in-law is a pipe-layer. Your half-brother is a shoemaker. Your half-brother is a shoemaker. I'm bored tight. I'm bored tight. She had a beautiful face. She had a beautiful face. I will have finished writing the book by the end of the year. I will have finished writing the book by the end of the year. He could solve the puzzle in just a few minutes. He could solve the puzzle in just a few minutes. I have to pay my rent. I have to pay my rent. I need to see a therapist. I need to see a therapist. Do you mean this? Do you mean this? We don't know which user came. We don't know which user came. This phone is cheaper than that. This phone is cheaper than that. The overflowing water caused the basement to flood. The overflowing water caused the basement to flood. I wish I had $1 million. I wish I had $1 million. I wasn't hurt. I wasn't hurt. Was your nephew a dermatologist? Was your nephew a dermatologist? Your relatives were investors. Your relatives were investors. I'm having trouble with this task. Any tips? I'm having trouble with this task. Any tips? What food do you usually eat? What food do you usually eat? Weren't you passing? Weren't you passing? I can blame. I can blame. If the weather is too hot, we go to the pool. If the weather is too hot, we go to the pool. I hope you remember how much I care about you and our relationship. I hope you remember how much I care about you and our relationship. Not held at sunrise. Not held at sunrise. We paint the walls. We paint the walls. Let me speak. Let me speak. He will learn to drive next month. He will learn to drive next month. Her nephews are nurses. Her nephews are nurses. Otherwise. She bought a new dress for the party. She bought a new dress for the party. I will help you with your project, provided you ask nicely. I will help you with your project, provided you ask nicely. Wouldn't he be an industrialist often? Wouldn't he be an industrialist often? I need vacation. I need vacation. Can't upload later? Can't upload later? Can you appreciate? Can you appreciate? He lost his wallet on the bus. He lost his wallet on the bus. Can I always make cream? Can I always make cream? I've been taking piano lessons for a year, he said. I've been taking piano lessons for a year, he said. They can organize a charity event. They can organize a charity event. I was going to school. I was going to school. I will be speaking fluently this time next year. I will be speaking fluently this time next year. Neighbor hematologist. Neighbor hematologist. No clean towels in the bathroom. No clean towels in the bathroom. I have too much energy. I have too much energy. Our grandson is the judge. Our grandson is the judge. The house is beyond criticism. The house is beyond criticism. We've never been to Japan. We've never been to Japan. Exercise is very easy for him. Exercise is very easy for him. She worked. She is a singer. She is beautiful. She worked. She is a singer. She is beautiful. He couldn't understand the instructions. He couldn't understand the instructions. You can work. You can work. They told me, we are planning a trip. They told me, we are planning a trip. I have a couple of dogs. I have a couple of dogs. Client side. Client side. I'm going to buy a new car next week. I'm going to buy a new car next week. The politics of the country is popular. The politics of the country is popular. The bus has been waiting for half an hour. The bus has been waiting for half an hour. You should have taken a day off from work. You should have taken a day off from work. Macy. Macy. They love to camp in the summer. They love to camp in the summer. The percentage of students who passed the exam was low. The percentage of students who passed the exam was low. I will bloom some flowers in the garden. I will bloom some flowers in the garden. Can't I confirm at night? Can't I confirm at night? Let me know when you're ready to start. Let me know when you're ready to start. To put. To put. The computer repaired by the technician is running smoothly. The computer repaired by the technician is running smoothly. Rarely cry? Rarely cry? He has no fever. He has no fever. Where do you work on Sunday? Where do you work on Sunday? I prefer summer to winter. I prefer summer to winter. We will have a picnic in the park. We will have a picnic in the park. I will go to bed at 11 p.m. I will go to bed at 11 p.m. Where are you from? I'm from Turkey. Where are you from? I'm from Turkey. Was his grandfather an ambassador? Was his grandfather an ambassador? Is it incalculable? Is it incalculable? I shouldn't have been arrested earlier. I shouldn't have been arrested earlier. Should not focus. Should not focus. I'm not running. I'm not running. Raw beats. Raw beats. They would not connect. They would not connect. They have never tried spicy food before. They have never tried spicy food before. Is that how you pronounce it? Is that how you pronounce it? Relatives were caregivers. Relatives were caregivers.